Dear students, today we will be solving the sums of exercise 4.1 of the lesson time series. Exercise 4.1. Question number 1. The following data gives the production of bleaching powder in 1000 tons for the year 1962 to 1972. Data is given, year and production are given. Now in the first question, there are three questions related to the same data. First one is fit a trend line by graphical method to the above. And the second one is use the method of least squares to fit a trend line to the data in problem 1, that is the same data. Also obtain the trend value for the year 1975. And the third one is obtain the trend line for the above data using 5-yearly moving average. Trend line here means trend values. If you get the trend values, we can draw the graph, but we calculate only the trend values here. Question number 1 is to calculate to draw the graph only. That is by using the given data. We know in graphical method we write the year along the x-axis and the production, whatever the variables given, that value is along y-axis, and we draw the graph of the given data. That is the production in 62 is 0, 63 is 0, and 64 is 1, 65 is 1, like that. The points will be plotted and join the points. Then we get the curve like this. And also we are asked to draw the trend line. That is, this dotted line represents the trend line. And you have to note that it is not starting from the origin. So we will draw a small crink mark here near the origin, that is starting from the origin. And the scale is taken. This also you have to write here. 1 centimeter along x-axis is 1 year, that is 1960 to 1961. 1 year is taken as this gap. And this one along y-axis 1 centimeter is the 1000 tons. Question number 2 is to find the trend line and trend value using the least square method. Now in the given problem, n is equal to the number of observation or the number of year given, n is equal to 11, which is odd. And the middle t values, that is time values, middle value is odd number of observations, so middle value is exactly 1967, that is sixth one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sixth one will be the middle value. And then also for our convenience to calculate easily, that is it is year is what, a large number, so we have to make it small by taking u is equal to t minus middle value upon h, where t middle value 1961 and h is the difference between the consecutive years, that is 1. So here if it is odd number, then we have only a single one, and it is not a decimal number, so we can take h is equal to 1. And if it is a decimal number, then to avoid the complication and calculation, we will take h as 0.5 or 1 upon 2. Here it is 1. Now year is taken in the first column and its production is taken in the second column, and the total of the production here 46. Now u is equal to t minus 1967. It is t minus 1967, and we subtracted 1967 from each t values, and we get this column. And u square, and we know the normal equations of the by the least square method, and accordingly we calculated these columns, u square and u into yt, and corresponding sum is calculated here. And the trend value we will calculate later after getting the trend line. Okay. Now we write down the information we got in the table, that is the sum total of certain values. from the table n is equal to 11, sigma yt is 46, sigma u equal to 0, sigma u square is equal to 110, and sigma y into u into yt is equal to 114. Now we know, just recall the two normal equations. Sigma yt is equal to y suffix t, it is sigma yt is equal to n into a dash plus b dash into sigma u, and sigma y in u into yt is equal to a dash into sigma u plus b dash into sigma u square. Now here a dash and b dash is used because we are just transformed that t time into u, so we use a dash and b dash here. Now substitute the values in these two equations. We get the first equation as 46 is equal to 11a dash plus b dash into 0, and second equation is 114 is equal to a dash into 0 plus b dash into 110. Now from the first equation we can directly get the value of a dash as b dash into 0. Second term is 0. So it is 46 upon 11 is equal to 4.1818. And from a second equation, b dash is equal to 114 upon 110 because the first term is equal to 0 here. Now from these two, a dash and b dash, we will substitute the values of a dash and b dash in the trend equation. We know the equation of the trend line is yt is equal to a dash plus b dash into u, where a dash is 4.1818 plus b dash is 1.0364u. So we got the trend line, and here by substituting different u values you will get the value of yt, that is trend values you will get from this equation, and we can write the last column of the previous table. From this only we are calculating by putting different u values in this trend equation. Okay, where u is equal to t minus 1967. Now there is one more question. For the particular time t is equal to 1975, we can calculate the trend value. That is after getting t is equal to 1975, first we will calculate u because the equation containing u. So u is equal to 1975 minus 1967, which is equal to 8. So yt is 4.1818 plus 1.0364 into 8 is equal to 12.473. Students, this solution is the third question we have written in the beginning only. That is to find the 5-yearly moving average. And here the year is written in the first column and production. Now 5-yearly moving total and 5-yearly moving average, when we have already learned the method of finding the moving averages. Here the number n is 11. So we will get 5, and that is and k is 5 also, that is also odd. And we can find the the arithmetic mean of 5 years values successively. Here the values are taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These many values are added and we get the value 6. 4 plus 2, 6, and which is written along the middle value, that is 1. And its average is obtained, or arithmetic mean is obtained by dividing 6 by 5. So 1.2. And again, leaving the first value, we will take the next 5 values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 4 plus 2, 6, and 2, 8. 8 is written along the middle value 1 here. And its average or arithmetic mean is 8 upon 5 is 1.6. Similarly, we write till we get 5 full values. That is, after this we don't get, that is by leaving this 4 we will not get 5 values. So these two columns in the end and the beginning also we have to leave empty. And all the values, that is moving averages or arithmetic means we calculated, and these are the trend values for marking in the graph if we are asked to draw the graph. Question number 6. From the given table of time series, obtain the trend values for the data using 4-yearly centered moving averages. Here the data is given 1970, year and index are given 1976, and till 1985, and the values are given 0, 2, 3 etc. till 10. Here first we form the arithmetic means of 4 observations successively till we get 4 complete observations. But the mean values are not written along any year because we know 4 observations are considered, so we don't have any single middle value. So we write where in between 2 middle values. There are 2 middle values, so we will write the arithmetic mean in between them. So if we are asked to draw the graph of the trend value, we cannot draw the line, we cannot plot the point, that is the values along any year. So here in this case we find again, we again calculate 2 unit moving averages by using the 4 yearly average values already calculated, and return to make the resulting moving average values correspond to the observed values of the given time series. So finally we get this 2 unit moving average along the years given. We form the table here. Year is written in the first column and index is written, and we use the letter YT, or you can use XT also. We wrote all the values here. Now we find the 4 yearly moving total and corresponding average in the next column. So we first consider the first 4 values YT, that is 0, 2, 3, 3, and the total is written 8. But 8 is not written along any year because there are 4 values and we have only 2 values in the middle. So we have to write 8 in between these 2 values, and the corresponding average is 8 divided by 4, that is 2. Similarly, we find the next 4 average of the next 4 values by leaving the first value, that is 2, 3, 3, 2. The total is 10 and the corresponding average is 2.5, and then leaving 2, consider from 3, 3, 3, 2, 4. Again 4 values taken and the total is 12, and the average or arithmetic mean is 3, and next one is 3.5. Here I considered only the first half part of the table because the space is not sufficient for writing the full table. So the next part is written in the next slide. Now in this case we know that this average values or arithmetic mean values are not written along any year. So we have to find the another method. We have to use another method, that is we will find the 2 unit moving average by writing the total year and the average year. So total is obtained by considering the 2 values successively, that is first 2 and 2.5, total is 4.5, and the corresponding average is 2.25 by dividing 4.5 by 2. And this 2.25 is coming along the year 1978. Similarly, leave the first value and consider the next 2 values and find the total, and then write the average here. Okay, total is 2.5 and 3. 2.5 and 3 is total is 5.5, and then average is 5.5 divided by 2, that is 2.75. And then next one 3 and 3.5, total is 6.5 and the average is 3.25. Now we write the next half part here from 1980, and I repeated some years and values here to get the 2 unit moving average here. So again we start from 1980. 4 values are considered and their total 2, 4, 5, 6. The total is 17 written here. This 14 and 3.5 we have already written in the previous slide. So we'll start from here only. 17 and the corresponding average is 4.25. So 4.25, and this is obtained by dividing 17 by 4. And now we got 2 4 yearly moving average. So it's again we find the total of by taking 2 units only, that is these 2 units only taken, added and then divided by 2, we will get this arithmetic mean or 2 unit moving average. Similarly, by leaving this 2, we start from 4, 5, 6, 7, again 4, added we got 22 and corresponding arithmetic mean is 5.5. So, again we consider this 4.25 and 5.5, added 9.75 and arithmetic mean of 2 units 4.875. Similarly, the last value we got as 6.25. So these are the trend values we have to use for drawing the graph. Students, remaining sums are very similar to these all solved sums, so you can practice yourself. Now we will start the next lesson in the next video. Thank you.